The House will come to order. Introduction of bills and concurrent resolutions. The clerk will read.
House Bill number 2576 by the Committee on Elections, an act concerning governmental ethics, extending the time frame for hearings before the Governmental Ethics Commission, allowing federal officials access to commission investigations. House Bill number 2577 by the Committee on Elections, an act concerning campaign finance, extending the time frame for Governmental Ethics Commission hearings, allowing federal officials access to Governmental Ethics Commission investigations. House Bill number 2578 by the Committee on Elections, an act concerning elections, relating to petitions, recognition of political parties, lowering the signature requirement for such recognition. House Bill number 2579 by the Committee on Elections, an act concerning campaign finance, requiring electronic filing of reports for state offices. House Bill number 2580 by the Committee on Corrections and Juvenile Justice, an act concerning law enforcement relating to the Kansas Commission on Peace Officer Standards and Training, certification of law enforcement officers, authorizing legislative service to count toward continuing law enforcement education or training. House Bill number 2581 by the Committee on Corrections and Juvenile Justice, an act concerning the Kansas Offender Registration Act relating to relief from registration, violation of act, decreasing criminal penalties, providing for waiver of fees by the court, obstructing apprehension or prosecution, reducing required locations and information required to register. House Bill number 2582 by the Committee on Children and Seniors, an act concerning children and minors, relating to the Kansas Department for Children and Families, clarifying information exchange and investigation of child abuse between department and law enforcement agencies. House Bill number 2583 by the Committee on Insurance and Pensions, an act concerning retirement and pensions, relating to the Kansas Public Employees Retirement System and systems thereunder, providing for an annual cost of living adjustment for retirants upon the occurrence of certain annual investment returns and consumer price index increases as certified by the board or executive director as designated by the board. House Bill number 2584 by the Committee on Insurance and Pensions, an act concerning retirement and pensions relating to the Kansas Public Employees Retirement System and systems thereunder, providing a cost of living adjustment for certain retirants. House Bill number 2585 by Representative Esau, an act concerning elections relating to advanced voting ballots, requiring the return of such ballots by 7 p.m. on the day of the election. House Bill number 2586 by the Committee on Insurance and Pensions, an act concerning retirement and pensions, enacting the Kansas Work and Save Program Act, providing for administrative powers, duties, responsibility of the state treasurer regarding such program, granting rules and regulations authority, allowing certain individuals to contribute to individual retirement accounts, prescribing requirement limitations and responsibilities for eligible employees and employers relating to such individual retirement accounts. House Bill number 2587 by the Committee on Health and Human Services, an act concerning health and health care relating to the School Sports Head Injury Prevention Act, requiring schools to establish concussion management teams, standards of care protocols, required biennial education. House Bill number 2588 by the Committee on Appropriations, an act making concerning appropriations for fiscal years ending June 30, 2023, June 30, 2024, and June 30, 2025 for state agencies, authorizing certain transfers, capital improvement projects and fees, imposing certain restrictions, limitations, directing or authorizing certain receipts, disbursements, acts incidental to the foregoing. House Bill number 2590 by the Committee on Appropriations, an act making concerning appropriations for the fiscal year ending June 30, 2022, repealing the authority of the State Finance Council to approve an expenditure request of monies from the federal government for aid for coronavirus relief while the legislature is in session. House Concurrent Resolution number 5027 by Representative Berquist, Burkamp, and others, a concurrent resolution applying to the Congress of the United States to call a convention of the states for the purpose of the proposing amendments to the Constitution of the United States that impose limits on the federal government.
Reports of standing committees, the clerk will read.
Committee on Agriculture and Natural Resources Budget recommends House Bill 2456 be amended and the bill be passed as amended.
Announcements. Representative Jason Probst will replace Representative Brandon Woodard on the Higher Education Budget Committee on Tuesday, February 1st only. Representative Brandon Woodard will replace Representative Jason Probst on the House Commerce, Labor, and Economic Development Committee on Tuesday, February 1st, 2022 only. Representative Fred Patton will replace Representative Chris Croft on the Commerce, Labor, and Economic Development Committee. Representative Blaine Finch will replace Representative Avery Anderson on the Commerce, Labor, and Economic Development Committee for this day only. Further announcements? Seeing none, Speaker would recognize the Majority Leader.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Body, Legislative Bible Study, Wednesday, February 2nd at 7 a.m. in room 142 South. Mr. Speaker, I move the House recess until 3 p.m. today.
Body, you've heard the motion. All in favor say aye. Aye. Opposed, no. The ayes have it. The House is in recess. The House will be in order. Introduction of bills and concurrent resolutions. The clerk will read.
House Bill number 2590 by the Committee on Appropriations, an act making concerning appropriations for the fiscal year ending June 30, 2022, repealing the authority of the State Finance Council to approve an expenditure request of monies from the federal government for aid for coronavirus relief while the legislature is in session. House Bill number 2591 by the Committee on Appropriations, an act concerning the State Corporation Commission relating to certain fund transfers to the Abandoned Oil and Gas Well Fund. House Bill number 2592 by the Committee on Appropriations, an act making concerning appropriations for the fiscal year ending June 30, 2022, 2023, 2024, and June 30, 2025 for state agencies, authorizing certain transfers, capital improvement projects, and fees, imposing certain restrictions, limitations, directing or authorizing certain receipts, disbursements, and acts incidental to the foregoing. House Bill number 2593 by the Committee on Insurance and Pensions, an act concerning retirement and pensions relating to the Kansas Public Employees Retirement System. Employment after retirement of retirants in certain school district positions during a period ending June 30, 2024, reducing the required employer contribution rate to only the statutory rate when employing such retirants, decreasing the required waiting period to 60 days.
Reports of standing committees. The clerk will read.
Committee on Federal and State Affairs recommends Senate Bill 181 be amended and the bill be passed as amended.
Announcements. For members of the chamber, it is our intention, if the motion passes, that the House will be adjourned tomorrow, Wednesday, February 2nd. We will return pro forma Thursday, February 3rd at 11 a.m. So there will be no committee meetings tomorrow. Please check your emails and the ks.legislature.org website for Thursday hearings that have been scheduled to see if they will be continuing. A reminder for members who may not be able to travel here on Thursday, if you are participating via WebEx for Thursday meetings, you need to be in the State House in order to cast votes on measures that may be worked in committee. Again, we will be adjourned tomorrow, Wednesday, February 2nd, returning pro forma Thursday, February 3rd. Are there any further announcements? Seeing none, the Speaker would recognize Majority Leader Hawkins.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I move the House adjourn until Thursday, February 3rd at 11 a.m. pro forma.
You've heard the motion. All in favor say aye. Opposed, nay. The ayes have it. The motion passes. The House is adjourned.